Guess what? It's World War II Day. That's right. World War II Rifle Day. Now I know you're going to say, Mr. Second Amendment, that's not all the rifles from World War II. I know. I'm a serious collector, but not on a serious budget. I'm the average Joe, just like you. I'll go down the list here. This is a Soviet Mosin Nagant I've. It was a standard issue rifle of the Red Army during World War II, 7.62 by 54R. And I picked this one up for $79.99 at Big 5 Sporting Goods. And just a great standard issue rifle, 5-round capacity, and that was the standard issue, the Soviet, the Red Army during World War II. Next we move on to this one is the number 4 Mark I Lee Enfield. And sorry, I forgot, this one was made in 1942. My Lee Enfield was made in 1941 under the Lend-Lease program. This is actually one of those savage U.S. property rifles. Next thing I was going to say about it, this gave a huge battlefield advantage. You can see this 10-round box mag here that's detachable too. The troops were told to charge it with the charger clips, the stripper clips, 5-round stripper clips at a time, but I mean, you could definitely, if you got your hands on some more magazines, you could switch that out. This one's chambered in the .303 Brit. This was the standard issue rifle of Great Britain, UK, Canada, Australia, basically all the British affiliates. And you know, there seems to be a trend. Everyone thinks America won the war. We did a great big part, but there was a lot of British and Canadian troops and Australians, New Zealand. There's just a whole bunch of people out there that were fighting just as hard as we were, if not more. So that was in British, Canadian, and other hands too. Of course, this is the M1 Garand, just designed by John C. Garand. Notice the pronunciation difference there. It just got to be known as the M1 Garand. It was designed by John Garand. He's a Canadian working for Springfield Armory. It was pretty ahead of its time. This was definitely the next level game changer, just because of the fact that all the other nations had bolt actions. This was the only standard issue semi-automatic rifle of the war. The Japanese had the Arisaka, Germans had the K98K. You saw these two bolt actions. We were the only country that had a standard issue semi-automatic rifle. That was a huge game changer in terms of firepower. This one was actually made in 1954. I acquired it from the CMP. This one, back to the Lee Enfield, I got that for $239.99. Again, a Big 5. This next one, the M1, I got from the CMP. It was just a service grade for $617. That included shipping when it was all said and done. Great rifle. I have national match sights on it. That's the only thing different from standard configuration. Then we'll move on to the German Karabiner 98K Mauser. This came from Hitler's favorite rifle, the World War I, the Gewehr 98. Both the rifles are excellent. This one is the shorter version. That's what the K Karabiner stands for. Basically, this is a legendary action. If you still see like a Winchester Model 70 or a Ruger M77, they still use the same basic style. And in fact, the 1903 Springfield copied the Paul and Wilhelm Mauser action. It's a legendary, strong, reliable action, great bolt action, extremely accurate. Actually, all 4 of these are extremely accurate. Once you know how to shoot them, how to dial them in and get them going. The Mosin and Lee Enfield were actually battle zeroed at 300 meters. That's just basically how they shoot. If you want anything closer than that, you just have to aim low or just use Kentucky windage. That's pretty much how it goes. With the M1 and the K98K, I mean, that's 100 and further. So all 4 are great rifles. I'm about to shoot all 4. And let me show you the target. Since we have some awesome high-power battle rifles of World War II, let me show you how far we're going. I'm on the other side of the valley. I don't know, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Let me do some finger stuff right there. You see that? I have 2 targets, and when I'm done with 2 rifles, I'll replace the targets. I think I'll do probably 5 shots with each rifle. But anyway, that is rangefinder's clocking in at 500. You know what? If we're shooting, we might as well be shooting, right? Let's do it. Another thing, of course, like I said, yes, I don't have everything out here. I don't have the Arisaka. I don't have the French or the French rifle, the Italian Carcano. the 30 carbine, this VT40, the Gewehr 43 and 44, jungle carbine, and pretty much a whole bunch of other stuff I'm missing. These are the main battle rifles of Europe and the Eastern Front. Perhaps if I can acquire Arasaka, I might do that. These are all true to condition. I haven't, with the exception of the match sights, which is just a part switch in and out on the Garand, I haven't done anything to these other than just collect them. Refurb the stock. I brought them back to original configuration. I didn't laminate them or do any crazy colors. Oh, I forgot to mention, the K98 is a Mitchell's Mauser. Now I know everybody's gonna freak out and be like, hey, Mitchell's isn't accurate or historically accurate. What are you doing? You wasted money. I get all these haters. Stop trolling my crap. Seriously. You forget to realize I actually got that as a gift. It was a surprise gift. I had no idea I was getting it. And honestly, if it was up to me, I would have got something else. But you know what? It's a great shooter. I know that the barreled action is made in 1935 at the Obendorf factory. It shoots awesome. Way awesome. So, you know what? Historically, we're kind of iffy. Shooter-wise, hell yeah, that's where it's at. All of these shoot immaculate. Given the right shooter, ammo conditions, all that stuff. Let's put it to the test. Let's stop talking about it. Let's be about it. So let's do it. Here we go. And I hope I can swing that. Here we go. Alright, one thing I didn't talk about was the ammo I'm going to be using. Basically for the K98K, I'm just going to use some nasty steel K surplus. This is dirty as hell, and it is corrosive, so if you use any surplus, make sure you clean it. Not sure what grain, I forgot when I got it, how much I paid for it, who made it. I don't know anything about it other than I used to shoot a lot of it out of, back in the day. So that's what I'm doing for the Mauser today. We're upgrading. I figured it would be filling for a cellular Belliot, British made ammo for my number 4 Mark 1 Lee Enfield. And of course we're just going to be doing, if I can get it out, cold. Just your basic FMJ 303, nothing really fancy or special there. Next, for the Garand, I'm going to be using Hornady. This is the SST tip ammunition. Supposed to be extremely accurate and deadly if you're using it against game. But Mr. Second Amendment, you can't use new production ammunition. It's going to bend the op rod in the Garand. True, absolutely true. However, there is exceptions, such as the American Eagle from Federal that's made for the M1. I chose this stuff. I just want to see what it's going to do because it's actually 125 grain, which is, if you know 30-06, your typical GI is 150 grain. You can even load it up to the 200s. 150 grain is about the standard for a Garand. I'm using the 125. It's actually the recoil reduction ammunition. Let's see here. It's the custom light 30-06 Springfield 125 SST. Why did I choose that? It's not like actually the recoil is not bad at all, even with the heavy grain stuff with the Garand. I just did it because it had the right pressures and it had the right muzzle velocity that I thought would be safe for the Garand. I'm not going to shoot a whole box, just doing 5, of course. Now down to the Mosin. Yes, I bought Hornady ammo for a Mosin. Imagine that. That's like buying brand new tires for a Ford Fiesta. But anyway, let me get you the box here. Basically your 150 grain, again we're at SST. This is your vintage match line from Hornady. And let me show you what this thing looks like. Basically it's their steel case. Yes, Hornady makes steel case, match ammunition, all that, and it's actually, you're not losing quality back to that red SST tip. So I'm pretty excited. Let's do it. I figured there's no point in showing the target because it is way over there. So I'll just show this here. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to do the supported prone. Oh, this is crazy. I'm dumping the sling, why not? Oh boy, I can't even see it. Okay, you know what? I put 2 targets out there, and with the intent to fire 2 rifles, but it's just not happening because I don't want to skew the results. So I'm just gonna drive out there, and we'll just go rifle by rifle. We'll have to do it like that. All right. See how we did. It was actually, wow. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I think we're there. Conditions are perfect. I did do a little trigger job on that Mosin, I forgot to say. And I'm using the best ammo possible, and the conditions are awesome. I was shooting from right about there, that little bush on the tip of my finger. Mosin, good job. Little point that I want to harp on here: people underestimate the accuracy of the Mosin. With the right ammo, the right conditions, the right rifle, and the right shooter, I suppose, it's one hell of a battle rifle. Don't underestimate it at all. Alright, here is the target over there. I took off the, let me turn that down. I took off the Mosin target and I left the bottom one because we're about to do it. I just want to do a time lapse of getting to the shooting area so you can see what we're talking about. I'm not manufacturing results here. I just, oh man, that was good Mosin. Okay, we're here. All right, I got my Lee Enfield. I'm going to show you what's going down. It's empty, of course. These are your basic battle sites right here, just that loop. That's basically just how you shoot. There's a hole right there. You can kind of see this really strange angle. That's what we do for 300 yards, battle zero. I'm going to flip up the graduation. Alright, let's put white paint or something in there. Of course, if I was in battle right now, this would be bad news bears. That'd be really bad. Bring us to where we need to be. Okay, let's rock and roll. Last one. All right, let's check it out. All right, that's not bad. We're shooting high and to the left. That's not bad. I just need to adjust that front sight. I see this is from prior shooting. And I see 4, 5. Not bad at all. Alright. I'm a little concerned that I might have some cycling problems. I don't think I will. I don't suspect I will. But I'm a little concerned I might, just given how light these loads are here. 125. Not a whole lot going down. Basically, this is just a little tip on how to hand load ammo for the Garand. I locked the clip in and accidentally just chambered. I'm going to eject and lock the bolt on the clip. So the clip is half sticking out. This is the 5th and last round. It's really hard to do from the prone. We did not chamber, so I'm going to cycle. All right, here we go. Cycling just fine. Oh wait, did we have a cycle? Cycle issue. Yep, just as I thought, I'm having some cycling issues here. Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen, but at least I know, I'm pretty sure this is safe to shoot in the Garand. I'm not going to shoot a whole lot. I'll probably just save the rest of the box for bolt action. But yeah, we'll have to see how that worked out. I have no doubt it's probably going to be good. I'm not happy my Garand just turned into a bolt action rifle, so of course I brought some more ammo. This is basic GI loads right there. I don't even know if they're going to work. These are straight up from the 50s, so why not? Oh, that's more like it. All right, M1, kind of a disaster between the GI and the not cycling, and yeah, it's just all over here. Let's see if we can do better with that Mauser. All right, now it's time for the Mauser. I have these nice graduations here. I move with just one thumb, so I'll get us there. All right, let's try to do this from the prone. Why not? I've increased my rate of fire because it's getting cold and the sun's going down. Oh boy. All right. Mauser's not bad. GI ammo, Eastern Bloc, I don't even know what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all of this from the Lee Enfield and Garand. Not bad. Well, you know what? I'll tell you one thing. I mean, Mitchell's Mausers are, you know, the historical situation's a little iffy, I know. Refer to my Mitchell's Mausers review for that. But in terms of shooters, though, you can't deny it. Get yourself one, you'll see. All right. Look at that. It's hard to get more beautiful than that. Sun's going down. It's getting real cold. All right, last thing. I kind of itching to do another run and gun video. As much as it sucks, I'm willing to do it for you. So I want to do it again with another World War II rifle, one of the 4 I've shot today. So why don't you comment, let me know which rifle you want me to do another run and gun video. And your wish is my command. It's really what it's going to be. The majority rules, so you know, you have the choices. You have the M1 Garand, you have the number 4 Mark 1 Lee Enfield, you have the Mosin Nagant 9130, and you have the K98K Mauser. I'll leave it open for say a month or so, and at the end of that, however many comments, whoever, or basically whatever rifle gets the most comments, I'm going to do a run and gun video back here on the same course I did with the M44 with a rifle that wins. So go ahead, comment, 1 vote per person, and just throw it in the comments. And thanks for watching. Tell me what you think.